Happy Tommy Day, everybody. I think at this point, Tommy and I were supposed to do this whole thing where we're supposed to do the same thing. He said, "Okay, we're gonna match our poses. Ready? Let's go. 3, 2, 1." All right, done. Good job, Tommy. Great job. Okay, so anyway, so Tommy is doing another classic Italian cover. This is Più Bella Cosa, which is the best thing. He did a couple of Italian covers before, and I just think it's amazing. People have asked, Old School Nerd, does Tommy tell you ahead of time? Or do you guys talk to each other about what's coming out on his channel? We do not. When I said my favorite song was The Touch, and the next week he did The Touch, that was 100% coincidental. When I said he should do some country music stuff because it'd be hilarious, and he busts out with Texas Hold'em, we didn't talk. And here we go again. He's doing an Italian cover, and this is, I have this Tommy Day, and then 2 more Tommy Days, and then I'm going to Italy for my honeymoon. So he's not a freaking jukebox. I don't call him up and say, "Hey, Tommy, can you do this?" I don't do that. It's just a happy, happy coincidence. I'm just a lucky guy. You ready? Here we go. Eros Ramazzotti, Più Bella Cosa, the Tommy cover. For those of you who are playing along at home, there's a bottle of that Tommy J gin that he's coming up with the Trapper Keeper logo. Yeah, that comes out, I believe, in Sweden in just a few days, like a couple weeks. I want to say it comes out the day I leave to go to Italy. It's just like 3 weeks away, something like that. Also in October, Tommy Mane shampoo. So that'll be beautiful.
Eros Ramazzotti!
Come cominciata io non saprei la storia infinita con te, che sei diventata la mia lei, di tutta una vita per me. Ci vuole passione con te e un briciolo di pazzia, ci vuole pensiero perciò. Ricordi la volta che ti cantai, fu subito un brivido, sì. Ti dico una cosa se non la sai, per me vale ancora così. Ci vuole passione con te, non deve mancare mai. Ci vuole mestiere perché
Più Bella Cosa about Fridays is Tommy Day. The best thing about Fridays is Tommy Day. Yeah, I know. I don't speak Italian. I'm trying. Like, those who've been following along, I've learned just enough Italian for my honeymoon to not get arrested. I'm still gonna, yeah, it's horrible, but I think I have enough to not go to jail. How many languages does Tommy speak? Do we know? I mean, English, we've heard him do it. Swedish, we've heard him do it. He's doing Italian, but is it vocally, like lyrically Italian, or does he know enough Italian to get by? What about other languages? German, French, do we know? Have we ever asked? See, these are the hard-hitting questions that if I ever do an interview with Tommy, I'll be able to ask. But once again, I made the mistake. I'm sorry. Someone asked me the other day, hey, when are you ever going to do that Tommy interview? And I was like, you know what? I made a mistake. And they were like, what'd you do? I was like, well, because Tommy was going through everything the last 5 months or whatever, coming from Christmas and then everything that's occurred this year, which has been a lot. And I said, buddy, don't worry about it. Whenever you have time. Don't. Tommy thinks he's Ryan Reynolds. He started a gin company. He's going to go buy a Welsh soccer team and it's over. And dude's waiting. He's so busy.
La voglia infinita di te. Cos'è quel mistero che ancora sei? Che porto qui dentro di me. Saranno i momenti che ho. Quegli attimi che mi dai. Saranno parole però. Lavoro di voce, lo sai. Cantare d'amore non basta mai. Ne servirà di più per dirtelo ancora, per dirti che più bella cosa non c'è, più bella cosa di te, unica come sei, immensa quando vuoi, grazie di esistere. Più bella cosa non c'è, più bella cosa di te, unica come sei, immensa quando vuoi, grazie di esistere. Grazie di esistere. Grazie di esistere. Grazie di esistere.
There he did it again. All right, here's the thing, and I want to ask this question. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate the video. All right, cool. There we go. There's our stopping point. Question. Tommy's sound, we refer to it in America, not official, but think people in America think of it as the 80s movie metal sound. Back in the 80s, that guitar tone was emblematic of Hollywood action, Hollywood vibes, that energy, okay? So when Tommy does these power metal covers, and the tone was done a lot in movies in the 1980s. If you wanted metal or rock or heavy guitars, that's the tone you heard in movies. Because the tone is light and pleasing to the ears. Even when you do a heavy chord, it doesn't sound like death metal. So it doesn't scare grandma when she's watching the Goonies. It carries Tommy's voice well. It's a wonderful vehicle for his voice. But here's the other thing that I remembered about that. It's very hard to play because it's not very forgiving. It's very clear tone. So you got to be pretty precise. You can't just work your way into it. So it's very cool. Now, Tommy's tone is also very European. Remember, a lot of you may not know this, but a lot of the classic movie music that had metal guitars and power metal type vibes were written by a Swedish artist and an artist from the UK back in the 80s and 90s. Some of your favorite movies worldwide of the 80s and 90s, go look at the musical score people, the people who wrote the musical scores in these movies, and you're going to see some pretty familiar names. And I'm not saying they have Johansson on them. No. But I mean, you'll see Swedish names, you'll see Danish, some German, and a couple guys from the UK. I'm just saying, it just, that European positive light sound was what Hollywood chose to soundtrack their movies, because you could have the excitement, the power, the thrill of that tone of guitar while still making it pleasing to the ear for someone who may not be receptive to low-end, crunchy, distorted heavy metal guitars. So it's actually a beautiful thing. All right, everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. That was a random bit of knowledge for no reason whatsoever, which is one of my favorite things because I don't speak Italian. So I couldn't tell you anything about the song, except for the title. And he says grazie a couple times at the end, which is thank you. And I do. All of you, grazie. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.